Okay, what I want to go ahead and do now is I want to walk through uh, some of the problems in Deltamath. And the first one is you'll notice that you have a timer here to find uh, setting quadratics equal to 0. So what I'm doing is timing you, I believe there's 5 of them that you have to do in 75 seconds. So it's not a lot of time, so I want to kind of go through it quickly. I'm just going to show you something really quick, even though I'm not going to be able to do it based on what I'm going to show you, but I'll kind of show you a trick in a second, or kind of show you how I did it. I did 10 in 90 seconds, and so I think that you should be able to do this. It will keep timing you, so if you don't make it, you have to do it all over again and do another 5 until you finally get the 100%. So keep that in mind. So if I bump into that now, so notice here we have the time set. Let me get this out of the way. So we have the time set. It's 100 seconds. This is for 10 of them. That's not what you're doing. You're doing 75 seconds for 5. And so if we go ahead and start it, the important thing is notice here that we want to get, first off, your x squared term should always be positive. So that means I'm going to have to move this to the other side by adding it, so it becomes positive. If I move this to the other side, that means everything else has to follow. So this will become positive, this will become positive, and this will become negative. So I have a positive, positive, negative. So notice positive, positive, negative. It's got to be that one. And notice I got 1 out of 10. In this case, the 3x squared is already positive. I'm going to move this over, so it'll be positive. I'll move this over, it'll be positive. So notice I'm not even worrying about the numbers. I know that I have positive, positive, positive. So it's got to be this one. Got 2 out of it. This one has to be positive, so it just moves over to the other side. The other 2 stay there. So it'd be positive, negative, negative. So positive, negative, negative is that one. And then I got that. So that's what you're doing to try to get them. It's pretty quick, but I want you to be able to see that anytime you have an x squared, it has to be positive on either side of the equal sign. It has to be positive, and then everything else has to be there too, and then 0 has to be left over on that one side. So that's how you do those problems. So that'll take care of those. So let's go back, and let me stop the timer. Back again. Must stop the timer. Oh, stop the timer first. Let me stop the timer. Let me go back. And then finding the discriminant is going to be another one. All you have to do is figure out what the discriminant is. Notice that we have A is 4, B is 1, C is 3. So 4, 1, and 3. So if I go over here and I say, okay, A is, I thought I had this written already. A is, now I can't remember. A is 4. Okay, so it's 4, 1, and 3. So we're going to do 4. B is 1, and C is 3. Remember, the discriminant is B squared minus 4AC. So that's what you're calculating. So B squared, so that's 1 squared minus 4. Remember, we put parentheses around everything. Times C, which is 3. So that's 1 minus 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 3 is 48. So the answer is negative 47. So that's my discriminant. So if we go back over here to the problem set, negative 47 was the answer. I'm going to click submit. It's going to ask me if I want to do that. And of course I get it right. So that's what you're doing for the second set. And then the last set is complex roots. So this one, I actually have to solve for this. So I'm going to have to use the quadratic formula. Or if you can figure out how to factor it, if it does factor, you could try to factor it. If I look at 50, that's 5 and 10. I don't think there's going to be, actually both have to be negative. So, because remember, this tells me both signs have to be the same. This one tells me both have to be negative. So there's no way I'm going to find any numbers that add up to negative 14. So I'm going to have to use the quadratic formula and then figure it out. And then you're going to put the answer in here. Notice you have a square root there in case you need it. Notice you have a plus or minus. With the quadratic formula, you're going to end up with that. It will expect you to reduce it. So make sure that you get it reduced down and solve that. And as I've already done in all the other problems, I've gone through all those steps in the other videos. And that should be it.